चलो भाई, लाइव आ गया मैं वापस से। पावर कट हो गई थी, इसलिए जो पिछली स्ट्रीम थी वो कट हो गई खेलते खेलते ही, डायलॉग के बीच में ही। होपफुली सेव हो गया था, पर यहाँ तक सेव हुआ। उसके पास मेरे को वापस से जाना पड़ेगा।
Please. No.
कौन सा डायलॉग कर लिया था? एक तो ये वाला कर लिया था ना पूरा।
What?
ये वाला चूज करा था
I,
मैंने शायद।
but before you indict me, please, just listen. I wasn't trying to kill her. Lie is such a strong word. But even if I had chosen to poison myself, the danger should have been minimal. Terror ray glands aren't supposed to be lethally poisonous. They're supposed to cause extreme lethargy, as if you'd inhaled several quarts of Spectrum vodka. She would have had to eat 6 or 7 of the glands to die, and even then it would be an extended, arduous process. No, really, you must listen. I wasn't trying to kill Bellamy. I only wanted her to be incapacitated during the Brown unveiling.
सब
With
बुरा चाहते थे
her
भाई
out of
उसका।
commission, the next
हेलन
available
हेल्सियन का।
celebrity, myself, would get to host the unveiling. Please think twice about telling the administrator of my misdeeds. If he learns the truth, what's left of my career will be left in shambles. Tell him it was a poisonous mushroom or a bite from some poisonous insect. An accident. I promise I shall make up for my actions. Pay to erect a statue in Helen's honor, or perhaps even dedicate a performance to her memory. My law, if you aren't a sadist. If I have a coronary before you make your decision, I will do my utmost to haunt you.
अब एडमिनिस्ट्रेटर को बताना ना सबका, सारे हो गए।
Inspector. I'm pleased to hear that. Bertie Holcomb is a valuable asset to the Rizzo's Rangers property. When Helen was murdered, Bertie was nowhere to be found. The timing of his disappearance is unfortunate. Try not to feel too bad for him. Bertie is a brilliant athlete. The universe has balanced his talent by making him a slackwit. Yes, I know about the woolly cow. Constable Keene had Bertie's teammates arrested for unauthorized inebriation of livestock. Bertie himself was nowhere to be found during the incident. Ironically, if Keene had arrested him, he'd have the perfect alibi. Be plain with me, Inspector. Do you believe Black Hole Bertie killed Helen?
ना भाई, उसने तो नहीं मारा शायद।
I'm relieved to hear that. I happen to be something of a fan of the hack attack. I'd hate to see him processed for murder, but we need to be
वैसे
absolutely sure. I'd
चारों
like you to
उसमें से
continue your
किसी ने भी नहीं मारा
investigation.
मेरे ख्याल से तो।
Notify me as soon as you're ready to make a formal accusation. Ah, you may be right. I'll prepare a writ of arrest. Keeping Bertie in a cell might spare this company a few thousand bits in repair work. I'll make my report of your investigation into Bertie. Do you have anything else for me? Excellent. I trust you have a name for our poisoner.
स्पेंसर वूलरिच लाए के दो दो आ रहे हैं भाई, रहने देता हूँ फिर.
Are you saying you were outmaneuvered, Inspector? Because that isn't what I want to hear. What I want to hear is, yes, Mr. Ludovico, I've discovered the identity of a dangerous anarchist. I hope you will redouble your efforts in pursuit of Helen's killer. Ms. Leyva earned that title, but not for the reasons you'd expect. The profit business has been profitable for the hotel. Not so much for Ms. Leyva's followers. So, tell me, what did you find? She wants to be arrested. That's not the kind of behavior I expect from a suspect. Perhaps she's carrying a guilty conscience. Does the Prophet strike you as a reasonable candidate for Helen's murderer? I'll bear that in mind. Thank you for the update, Inspector. I'll include everything you've told me in my official report. Closely, I trust. Tell me what you found. Of course he's got an alibi. He runs Sublight Underground. He probably starts his day by preparing half a dozen alibis. With that in mind, do you think Cedric was responsible for Helen's death? No motive. That's disappointing, because it's exactly the conclusion he'd want us to make. Unfortunately, even I don't have the authority to detain Cedric. His line of work is dangerous, though. There's always a chance for an accident. Well, I'm glad to hear that. I've already lost Dr. Blossom and Constable Keene, but at least Cedric's alive. The universe is a just place.
स्किल बढ़ाओ, स्नीक बढ़ाता हूँ 60.
Inspector, I've been waiting for this. Tell me, Inspector, who killed Halcyon Helm?
Bertie Holcomb, Jasmine Leva, your old nemesis Cedric, the killer was none of this was you did. भाई सही बता रहा हूँ, मेरे को यही लग रहा है.
I beg your pardon. You think I killed Halcyon Helen? There's nothing to prove. I don't understand. Are you trying to make a mockery of justice, or are you really this incompetent? I expect you to deliver the name of Helen's killer. I expect you to deliver results, Inspector. And if you can't withstand the pressure, then I expect you to resign. We're done. Your services are no longer necessary. You what? Now wait just a minute. That data was acquired illegally.
ओ यही है क्या सही में?
All right, fine. Let's do this your way. You say I programmed Burbage to fire on Helen. Why? Helen was critical to my operations on Eridanos. I have no reasonable motive. I admit, I have been encouraging you to resolve this case as quickly as possible. Helen's death is a stain on our reputation. I don't want it becoming permanent. It wasn't enough that she smile for our cameras and kiss a bottle of Spectrum Brown. No, she had to know what was in it, how it was made, why it was made.
यही है भाई, मेरे को लग रहा.
Of course I lost my nerve. Helen was
यही
going
है
to
भाई, यही
ruin
यही यही है.
everything.
तुक्का सही निकल गया लगता.
I don't see any point in continuing this charade. Yes, I killed Halcyon Helen. I confronted her in the grand ballroom. One blow to the back of the
क्योंकि मेरे को
head.
उन सब के
Burbage finished her
एक
off.
मिनट
No
चुप हो जाए,
cameras,
फिर
no
बताता हूँ
witnesses,
मैंने क्या
no
सोचा.
spoiled actors threatening to undermine the future of Halcyon.
हाँ, मैं बोल रहा था क्योंकि मैंने उन चार चार बंदे थे ना, वो उन चारों से बात करी, पर चारों में से प्रॉफिट जो थी उसने बॉडी छोड़ दी थी वहाँ पे, और बॉडी उठ के चली गई थी अपने आप ही, मतलब जिंदा थी उस टाइम पे वो. और वो जो बर्टी हॉलकम्प था, वो भी, वो तो चिंता ही कर रहा था, वो तो अपने मज़े में डलता पूरा. और स्पेंसर वुलरिच ने उसको वो दिया था बस, जिससे उसका पेट खराब हो जाएगा. और वो जो दूसरा था, क्या नाम था उसका, किड सेड्रिक, उसका भी कुछ सीन था, पर वो मतलब उसके पास प्रूफ सब था कि वो नहीं था, तो बचा तो यही फिर.
I made this so easy for you. Cedric Kincannon, Black Hole Birdie, Spencer Woolrich, the Prophet. All you had to do was point your finger and pick one. Wait, don't move a muscle. Someone's just tripped my alarm. And my security defenses. And killed my patrols. The distillery is under attack. Someone's after me, Inspector. I need you over here right now.
हैं, इसको कौन मार रहा है अब?
Forget what I said. I'm renewing your contract as of this moment. Damn it, someone's interfering with my transmission. Can you read the...
Whoever the real killer is, I got a feeling they're going after Mr. Ludovico. We need to catch up to him. Fast.
I guess, if we have to. Getting kinda tired of kicking my heels up in the penthouse all day.
All right. I got nothing going on.
We should definitely go. As for helping him, maybe we take the wait-and-see approach?
From the depths of Terra 2 to the heights of Eridanos, there's no mess that your SAM unit can't unstick, unclog, or unsully.
Think of this as an opportunity to teach Mr. Ludovico the importance of compassion.
अबे फिर से लेवल अप हो गया, कितना लेवल अप हो रहा है? बढ़ाओ भाई, मेडिकल बढ़ा लो. नेकेड हंच Administrator Ludovico reported a critical security breach on his after something is product. चलो भाई ऐसा करता हूँ, विकार को हटाओ, इसको लेके चलता हूँ फीलिक्स को. अरे भाई ये तो पूरा किला आइलैंड है. रिजो स्पेक्ट्रम ले भाई, टांग की तोड़ दी मैंने. ये क्या है भाई? फाउंटेन्स.
They actually got an endless fountain of purpleberry.
This place is already making my eyes hurt.
ये लो भाई, मरी पड़ी है.
Welcome, valued patrons, to our splendiferous source of spectacular spirits and sweets. Rizzo's is committed to bringing joy and happiness to our colony. Feel free
सही
to
जा रहा हूँ ना
browse
मैं?
the various displays in front of you to learn about our humble facility and the wonderful products we provide. Ah, I see you've stumbled upon a little peek into our distillery. Now that you've seen behind the scenes, I bet you're pretty thirsty. Well, not to worry. We have every flavor of Spectrum available to delight your palate. Please note that tour guests are limited to a maximum of 3 different Rizzo's flavor samples. All beverages must be consumed on the premises. Rizzo's is not responsible for gastronomic distress, mild hallucinations,
अबे ये तो घूम
or
के वहीं आ गया
damage
मैं.
to your sense of taste.
Let me know if you don't want your sample. Can't let it go to waste.
अच्छा नीचे जाना है. नीचे का रास्ता कहाँ है फिर?
How'd you do that so fast?
शूटिंग शूटिंग होती है यहाँ पे। उठा लो भाई साहब। ये गेट ही नहीं खुल रहा। भाई रास्ता ही नहीं मिल रहा भाई। बाहर से तो नहीं है रास्ता। जैसे यहाँ से था रास्ता, मैं कहीं और ही सही है भाई। खूनम खून सर मार दिया गया इसका यहाँ पे। हेलन एल्सियन लग ही रहा था मुझे जिंदा।
It's you.
एल्सियन हेलन।
I had a feeling you'd catch up to me sooner or later, Inspector. I was just hoping you'd find me standing over the administrator's corpse.
What in law's name? Halcyon Helen, how are you still alive?
Oh, is that Ludovico I hear? Perfect. I'm so glad he's still in the building. Would you mind letting him know I'm about to blow his whole operation to flinders? Brace yourself, Inspector. You're about to learn the biggest secret in the Aetherwave industry. Halcyon Helen was never one person. I shared this role with my twin sister, Belinda.
Are you serious?
Oh.
Halcyon Helen's got a twin sister? I mean, yeah, it's obvious.
तो मतलब इसकी एक बहन मर चुकी है ना?
Think about it.
A twin? The only thing worse than being an only child has gotta be having a perfect sibling. Can you imagine the parents?
Belinda and I were the best kept secret in the business. Nobody could tell us apart. And certainly not a peevish, petty, miserable little worm like Quentin Ludovico. So when I discovered the truth, when I realized what Ludovico was about to unleash on this colony, Belinda, paid the price.
Yes, Helen, I did it. Is that what you wanted to hear? I'd do it again. If it means defending Halcyon's future, I'd do it in a heartbeat.
Tell the truth, Ludovico. There's nothing safe about Spectrum Brown. You want to infest this entire colony with those disgusting parasites.
They're not parasites. These creatures are symbiotic.
वो वाले
life
पैरासाइट्स की बात कर रहे हैं जो
They
गर्दन पे लगे
belong
हुए थे
to the
उनके.
highest order of life form, capable of living in perfect harmony with humanity. The symbiotes evoke a feeling of joy in their host, a bliss so pure, so profound as to render the most exquisite recreational substance obsolete. Oh, don't you see, Inspector? I want to bring joy back to Halcyon. I want this colony to smile again. A host only turns violent if they're carrying too many symbiotes, or if they see you as a threat. In its natural state, the relationship between symbiote and host is perfectly harmless. Listen to me. I never wanted to take a life, but I had no choice. I couldn't let anyone destroy this colony's only chance at real happiness. But what about Helen? What about all the innocent people she's killed?
No one I crossed off was innocent. Have you met Dr. Blossom? She was practically a reptile. A cold-blooded psychopath who toyed with human lives in the name of scientific advancement. Leora Blossom wasn't a person. She was a weapon in Ludovico's arsenal. You call it murder? I call it disarming my enemy. The mascot was a spy working for Ludovico. He was ordered to keep an eye on Belinda and I, and report back to his master.
अच्छा.
You're being paranoid. I barely knew the fellow.
Don't try to deny it. Anywhere Belinda and I went, that mascot was there, just watching us with those cold, dead eyes.
हाँ पर वो तो मतलब फैन वैन था ना इन सारे एक्टरों का, जहाँ तक मैंने उसका वो पढ़ा था जर्नल.
He was a Rizzo's employee. He belonged to Ludovico's horrible little family of grinning idiots. Dr. Leora Blossom, Maria Keene, that flackwit of a mascot, they were standing between me and Ludovico, so I did what I had to do. I went through them. She was on Ludovico's side. When she realized I was alive, she refused to stay silent. I gave Maria a chance. I told her about Belinda. I asked for her help, but she turned me down. She was honor-bound to report me to Ludovico. Maria had a duty to her company, and I had a duty to Belinda. We both did what we had to. But in the end, I was the faster shot. You know what you need to do. Help me avenge Belinda. Help me put a stop to this.
Don't listen to her. Listen to me. Throw in with Helen and you destroy Halcyon's only chance at real happiness. Think
भाई
of
कौन
the
सी हैप्पीनेस?
future
वो
instead.
पैरासाइट लगा के.
A lifetime of bliss and joy for every colonist in Halcyon. We can make that happen.
भाई वो क्रीपी स्माइल भाई सबके फेस पे नहीं देखना चाहता भाई.
You want me to explain my grand plan in the middle of a climactic moment like some two-bit serial villain? Do I look like Spencer Woolrich to you? We've talked enough. You're either with me, or you're with the administrator.
भाई एडमिनिस्ट्रेटर तो नहीं भाई, ठीक है, क्योंकि एडमिनिस्ट्रेटर भाई सब में फिर पैरासाइट लगा देगा वो वाले, सब हंसते रहेंगे दांत फाड़ फाड़ के.
It's a deal.
Sounds good to me. Let's get out of here.
We don't have a lot of time. We need to get out of here.
Not so fast. I've sealed the bulkhead doors. You're staying right where you are. I'm sorry to do this to you, Inspector. Truly I am. If it's any consolation, Helen has brought some remarkably powerful explosives. Your death should be instantaneous. Goodbye, Inspector. Helen, we won't meet again.
Damn it. He sealed us in, but I think I know another way out. Follow me and stay close.
ये भी उठा भाई.
Head through that door. There's another way out. There. I've opened that door for you. Looks like you sealed the door. Try throwing that switch down there. That should get us through.
ये है क्या स्विच?
Next one. We're close to the exit. We made it. Nice work, Inspector. We may have put a stop to Ludovico's operations, but he's still at large. He's probably gone into hiding, so we're going to root him out. Oh, surprisingly rude. What did I do to deserve this kind of hostility? Oh, right. All those people I killed. Fine, I'll keep this professional. Meet me at the penthouse suite. We'll prepare our next move. Not here. In private, back at the penthouse. Also, I rather like the ambiance there. See you soon, Inspector.
चलो भाई एग्जिट करो. कहाँ पे है?
It's strange. When you walk through that door, I half expected to see Belinda. Belinda and I practically shared a life. Losing her feels like losing a limb. She's conspicuous by her absence. I appreciate the sympathy, Inspector. Thank you. I'll appreciate your help even more. We shut down Ludovico's distillation plant, but he's not gonna sit idly by. If he can't use Spectrum Brown to infect the colony, he'll resort to some kind of backup plan. I stole this formula from Dr. Blossom, a failed prototype of Spectrum Brown. Look at this. The prototype had the opposite effect, and actually made you immune to the parasites. Precisely. I see we're in your wheelhouse, Inspector. Or do you prefer Doctor? We're going to need 2 ingredients. A sample of essence of Sprat, and 1 intact pod of parasite eggs. Cedric's warehouse in the Perea spaceport almost certainly carries a batch of Sprat essence. As for the pod, I'd check the Wilderness Reserve if I were you. I'm glad one of us is an expert. Most of what I know is based on Dr. Blossom's notes. Here's what I understand. Sprats have an adaptive immune system. They don't suffer from the diseases and parasites they carry. It's one reason why you'll see them in every corner of the colony. Dr. Blossom experimented with Sprats and accidentally discovered a way to become immune to the parasites. That's probably when she decided to switch to human testing. You're a scientist and an inspector? You really are full of surprises. I borrowed a centrifuge from the research lab. Used the ingredients to synthesize an antiparasitic. I'm glad I could count on your expertise. Once you're finished, head to the pilot house. We'll hijack the control system and disperse the cure into the atmosphere. That should kill off most of the parasites. I like the way you think, Inspector. We could use another ally. I know Cedric. There's nothing he wants more than a chance to eliminate Ludovico. We could use him on our side. Best of luck, Inspector. I'm counting on you. I'm not accustomed to talking about Belinda, but I'm also not accustomed to the kind of sympathy you showed me earlier. So I'll make an exception for you. Belinda and I shared the role of Helen, but she was also the only person who knew the real me. To the rest of the colony, I'm Halcyon Helen, but to my sister, I was just Ruth. I could be myself around Belinda, and she could be herself around me. She was my only sister, but she was also my only friend. No. Belinda enjoyed the secrecy. She could slip into the role of Halcyon Helen, attend social events on my behalf, perform a few stunts, deliver a few lines. And then, when she grew tired of all the people and all the attention, all she had to do was slip out of the role and be my sister again. She was the secret twin. She had a comfortable life in the shadows, an easier life. I made sure of that. What I want is my sister back, but I'll settle for killing Ludovico. Parents, naturally. An agent, a couple of directors. None of them had any reason to reveal the truth. To them, Helen was a brand.
इसके पेरेंट्स
Revealing
अभी
our
भी जिंदा
secret
हैं?
meant damaging that brand. Damaging that brand meant losing money. Nobody in this colony wants to lose money. Belinda and I saw Helen as an act of theatric sleight of hand. We enjoyed the deception, the challenge. We wanted to see how far we could go. No. Frankly, I imagined we'd retire and skip to a cozy little resort colony a few stars away. One day, some enterprising fan would track us down for a documentary about the two Helens. It should have been me in that ballroom. Belinda died because I was careless. Never mind that. If you've got something else to ask me, now's the time. I'm glad I could satisfy your curiosity. Yes, Inspector. I did. Leora Blossom and Maria Keene were on Ludovico's side. They chose to stand between me and my sister's killer. I had to cross them off. Would you believe me if I said I gave the constable a chance? I spoke to her in her office.
ये उस
told her
कांस्टेबल की बात
everything.
कर रही है वो जिसने
Belinda,
हायर करा था मैं.
Ludovico, the parasites, all of it. Maria said I was guilty of corporate sabotage and that she had a duty to report me. She told me how sorry she was, and I told her the same thing. And then I shot her. Maria was defending my sister's killer. If someone murdered one of your crew in cold blood, what would you do? Well, that's, concerning on a number of levels. Let's just hope you direct your violent impulses toward the administrator. Was there anything else? Yes, this is mine. I'd kept notes on everything I suspected, everything I'd discovered. It's all here, all in code. Belinda and we had a secret way of communicating. Words and phrases that had a special meaning to us. Numbers and dates that were only important to the two of us. Only 2 people in the universe knew that language. That's kind of you. Thank you. You don't know how many times I relived this moment in my mind. I discovered what Ludovico was up to when I toured the orchards. I threatened to expose his plan.
अच्छा जब ये टूर करने
Ludovico
गई थी
decided
ऑर्चर्ड्स
to
में
eliminate me. He programmed Burbage 3001 to fire on his command and disabled the security cameras in the ballroom. Only, he didn't know about Belinda. I'm sure he thought it was my skull he caved in with a bottle of Spectrum Brown. Burbage covered his blow with a plasma shot, and then Ludovico wiped his memory. I don't think he expected you to be so competent. In the end, hiring you may have been his undoing. I went after Leora Blossom, and you were just one step behind me. I programmed an automech to steal some explosives from Cedric, but you weren't far behind. You were always hot on my heels, one step behind and catching up. I realized I'd have to throw in with you or eliminate you. It's a long story, Inspector. It was supposed to be just another marketing job. Rizzo's wanted Halcyon Helen to be the face of Spectrum Brown. Some hideous concoction served with a dead parasite. All we had to do was spend a few weeks on Eridanos, shake some hands, sign a few autographs, drink a bottle of Spectrum Brown in front of a camera, and try to smile. Belinda didn't want to go. But I wanted a change of scenery. In any case, we couldn't possibly say no. Belinda always hated endorsement deals. They felt cheap to her, inauthentic. She always believed her first priority was to our fans, and not the company that bought us out. Belinda and I arrived on Eridanos and played our usual game of trading places. We were practically flawless. Even Ludovico didn't know about us. Belinda was unhappy for the first few days, but then she met Bertie Holcomb. Bertie treated her like a human being and not just an Aetherwave icon. They were just about perfect. Bertie has a dreadful temper. I was worried about Belinda for a while, but she told me he'd never lay a finger on her, and I took her at her word. Bertie wasn't the person I should have kept an eye on. It was Ludovico. I had a feeling Ludovico was hiding something. Belinda stayed busy socializing with the celebrities around the complex. That gave me some time to do a little digging. I saw everything. The test subjects, the parasites. Spectrum Brown was never safe to drink. Those harmless, dead parasites at the bottom of every bottle. They were just dormant. They would have sold out in a month. This colony loves novelty. They'll eat up any new product we toss their way. A new cereal, a new Spectrum flavor. Ludovico knows that. From Emerald Vale to Byzantium, a parasite in every brain and a grin on every face. Every last one of us trapped behind a mask of joy. That's what Ludovico wants. I was careless. I was risking Belinda's life every step of the way, and I never even realized. My regrets are my own to bear. But for what it's worth, thank you. Was there something else you wanted to talk about?
लेवल अप सेड्रिक के पास जाना है ना अबे ले ओ भाई, फ्रेंजीड होस्ट हर जगह फैल गए।
I can't hear you laughing! Never felt so I can't... Your friend!
अबे निकल गई यहाँ से।
Damn you!
Trying to infect me with your sorrow?
भाई तो हर जगह फैला दिए इसने।
Law, how'd you get in here alive? You are alive, yeah? And not one of them? No, you look clean. Good. You'd better get inside with the others.
Inspector, you made it. Well done. I'm afraid you may find the spaceport is, at the moment, less hospitable than usual. My apologies. Regardless, you must have some purpose here. Do tell. Whew, whatever it was, it happened quickly. Like a wave sweeping across the shore. We were overrun. Survivors are still trickling in. We've put out a call to slug agents not at the docks to keep their distance. With the warehouse's stores, Slug could hold out here for weeks, easily. Possibly months. With Helen, you don't say. I'd forgotten how disarming your sense of humor is, Inspector. This anti-parasitic, it would restore my people to their original, non-infected selves? Safely? Well, I'll take my people's probable cure over their guaranteed death. Coincidentally enough, Slug can supply you with Essence of Sprat. Ella Tinsley, the warehouse foreman, you remember her? There's a package on the desk in her office. You'll find the Essence of Sprat you need in there. Oh, I wouldn't like to say. A customer-supplier confidentiality and all that. Now then, is there anything else I can do for you while you're here? Oh, my. You mean Lou was up to no good this whole time? It's an ambitious plan, I'll give him that. But tell me, why should I help you, Inspector? Always best to make sure a man has a better nature before you appeal to it. All right, but you're not to take this as confirmation I have one. Understood? You can expect Slug support. I'll arrange for my agents to meet you at the distillation station. I'll do that. I think one of our checkpoint guards is going through a divorce. As thrilled as I am to assist you in taking down Lou, we have barricaded ourselves in here for a reason. I imagine you have a plan for getting out of the spaceport safely? Are you really? Inspector, you are a marvel. Excellent work. I'll admit, I'm awfully fond of my agents. To see them restored will be a great weight off my soul. Thank you.
Hey! I can't complain. Still slug-free. That is, I'm still slug, obviously, but I haven't been slugged. You know what I mean. You need... what? Why? No kidding. I should have known you'd be on top of things. That must be what's on my desk. We just got it in. Couldn't find it on any of our shipping orders, and none of us could figure out what in law's name it was. You're welcome to it. Just so you know, it's got a bit of a weird smell. You too, Inspector.
कहाँ है? इसके अंदर? अबे चाहिए रहा.
Wanna guess which gland essence of sprat comes from? Yeah, me neither.
Da, da, da.
Glad my box. Heads up, boss!
I can't hear you laughing!
अच्छा, स्पेक्ट्रम ब्राउन के अंदर ये कीड़ा डाल रखा है भाई इन्होंने, सही में. अभी ध्यान दिया मैंने.
Heads up! Don't let up!
Got him! Just like that.
Out of my way! Join us, you real fun! Wanna be your friend?
Don't you frown at me. Keep practicing then.
Hey, boss! Watch this! And the crowd goes wild!
लिफ्ट कहाँ है? अरे भाई ये क्या पहाड़ सा. हो गया। डिस्पर्स द क्योर। कैसे?
What?
Greeting protocols suspended. All non-essential protocols suspended. Phaeton is standing by for larval compound dispersal. Reactor stable. Compound dispersal may commence. Affirmative. Dispersing.
ओ भाई सिनेमैटिक। इस गेम में सिनेमैटिक बहुत कम देखने के लिए मिले हैं भाई। अब क्योर हो जाएंगे सब।
Incoming message from Rizzo's distillation station.
What have you done? What in law's name have you done? You hijacked our atmosphere. Are you trying to kill us all? No. You're trying to kill my symbiotes. I'm not going to let you destroy everything I've built. I can still fix this. I can undo the damage you've done.
End of transmission.
पेलना है शायद उसको। अरे भाई फास्ट ट्रैवल का है ही नहीं वहाँ पे।
I knew you'd be back. Always happy.
यहाँ पे मैं आया नहीं था क्या पहले? आया तो था शायद। आया तो था। ये तो वही जगह है जहाँ पे वो मिली थी, हेलन।
Did I hear something? I can't hear you laughing! I just want to be your friend! Like that at all! Smile! It's time to play! I just wanted to make you smile! That really bums me out! I just wanted to make you...
Definitely not sanitary.
I'll show you happiness! Something stronger! Bullseye! Laugh! I said laugh right
पे मर गया मैं तो। ये कितने स्टेटस इफेक्ट लग रहे हैं मेरे को।
On my way.
अबे फीलिक्स कहाँ है? एक मिनट, मेरा आर्मर तोड़ दिया गया। ले ओ भाई, आर्मर ही तोड़ दिया।
You want some of this? Oh yeah, that's good. What could I just want to be your friend? Nice one. I just want to be your friend. Everyone all right? Just show me how you did that.
I don't know what we're gonna find in there, but based on what we've seen so far, I'd say be ready for anything.
ओ भाई,
Yes, I know
अरे
you're
भाई,
hungry. Be
और अभी
patient.
भाई
I'll feed
कैसन
you
बा?
soon enough. Just a guest. The one I told you about. The inspector.
कैसी चल रही टेकन 8?
Welcome. We were just talking about you.
कितने साल में ख़त्म होगी ये? बस ख़त्म होने वाली है ये, अभी आधे घंटे के अंदर ख़त्म हो जाएगी।
You and I are standing in the presence of royalty. Don't worry, you'll meet her soon enough. I know what you've done. Hijacked Phaeton. Contaminated the air we breathe with your poison. You think you've saved this colony? All you've done is robbed Halcyon of its
टेकन 8
last
के स्टोरी
chance
मोड
at
नहीं खेल
real
रहे क्या?
happiness.
सिर्फ मल्टीप्लेयर?
And you've angered my queen.
Nope. I got tired of listening to this jackass when he called us on the ship.
Here's what's going to
टेकन
happen.
8 तो बर्बाद है,
I'm
अभी
going to
पिंग
feed
इशू
you
है
to the
उसमें,
queen,
बहुत बहुत
and then
बढ़िया,
I'm going to find a way to repair the damage you've done.
बहुत बढ़िया भाई।
Don't be
टेकन
afraid.
बीइंग टेकन,
She can smell fear.
नो लॉबीज
And it
और
makes
रैंक्स
her
एट द मोमेंट।
absolutely ravenous.
भाई गेम अगर इतनी
Your
महंगी
Highness.
निकालेंगे तो कहाँ से मिलेगा? सब तो अमीर नहीं है। वाह भाई, ये इसकी क्वीन।
Dinner is
बॉस फाइट है भाई, कल खेलूंगा। अच्छा कल खेलोगे? कल शायद मैं भी खेलूँ टेकन 8 की स्टोरी मोड।
merciful law.
वाह भाई, खुद ही ने बुलाया खुद को ही। वाह भाई, मारो भाई इसको, मारो। अरे अच्छा, इसका बाहर आ रहा है नीचे, मैंने ध्यान नहीं दिया। अरे तो मर जाएगा भाई, मेरी गन इतनी ओवर पावर्ड है। क्रैक? अरे भाई ऐसी बातें नहीं लिखते भाई। क्रैक नहीं, ऑफलाइन मोड है, ऑफलाइन मोड, समझ रहे हो? वह कौन मार रहा है? अबे ये चुन्ने मुन्ने। मैं खड़ा हो सकता हूँ ना? ये कैसे खड़ा हुआ है पानी में? तो यहाँ से आ रहा था। पेल दिया भाई, पेल दिया। कीड़ा जितना भी बड़ा हो जाए रहेगा कीड़ा ही। लेवल अप भी हो गया। एडमिनिस्ट्रेटर की बॉडी। शर्म नहीं आती? बंडाई को नेम लिखता हूँ, तेरे को बैन करेगा। अरे भाई ऑफलाइन वर्जन है भाई, ऑफलाइन वर्जन। मैंने ऑफलाइन कॉपी खरीदी है उसकी। एक मिनट देना, कॉल आ रही है, ज़रा 1 मिनट। हाँ भाई अब बताओ। ये बॉर्डरलैंड जैसी लग रही है। हाँ मतलब स्पेस में हम घूम रहे हैं ना इधर उधर, तो बॉर्डरलैंड जैसी फीलिंग आती है, पर बॉर्डरलैंड्स में मतलब आर्केड ज़्यादा है, इसमें इतना वो नहीं है, इसमें डायलॉग बहुत ज़्यादा है भाई। मैं खुद मतलब परेशान हो गया इतने सारे डायलॉग से कि मैं पहली डायलॉग भूल गए भाई, पिछले डायलॉग। डायलॉग बहुत बहुत थे इसके अंदर, हर कैरेक्टर के पास। ये कौन है?
You made it.
ले भाई, इस
I
भी
guess
पैरासाइट
happy
लग रखा है।
customers really are repeat customers. Here, I had something I wanted to give you. This is a golden ticket, good for one free tour of the purpleberry orchards. This is my way of showing you that I appreciate you just for being alive.
भाई इसको चलो मार दूँ क्या? चलो रहने दो, हंसते रहने दो बेचारे को।
This machinery cluster is now active. Please exercise caution.
अरे भाई इतनी सारी जगह जाना मुझे। हॉस्टाइल्स कहाँ है भाई? अच्छा यहाँ पे।
Just wanted to make you my top shine.
Oh yeah, that's funny.
That does it. Time for a drink?
अबे सारे यहीं खड़े हैं क्या? अच्छा यहीं खड़े हैं सारे। ऑप्शनल ऑप्शनल, हेलन और सेड्रिक से बात करना है ना, ठीक है।
Ludovico was eaten by a giant slug? What an absolute tragedy.
बस मुझे और डायलॉग वायलॉग आएंगे।
I must have dreamed up 100 different ways to kill Ludovico. I'll be honest, eaten alive by the queen of the brain slugs wasn't on that list. Is that so strange? I imagine this moment would be a little more cathartic. But Belinda's still gone, and I don't feel all that different. There isn't gonna be a next serial. Thank you for your help. I'd like to say we'll see each other again, but then I'd be lying.
चलो भाई एडा के पास। शिप कहाँ है अपनी? ऊपर। खत्म इस प्लेनेट के मिशंस। काफी बड़ा प्लेनेट था भाई।
Welcome back, Captain. Or shall I call you Inspector? What can I do for you? During your absence, I passed the time by simulating a number of hypothetical conclusions to this case. Unfortunately, my understanding of the facts is limited, and my appraisal of the individuals involved is not flattering. Therefore, my conclusions are inaccurate. Yes, Captain. Thank you for satisfying my curiosity subroutines. Administrator Ludovico killed Halcyon Helen? I have been programmed to simulate contempt and mild surprise. Mr. Ludovico had the audacity to hire you to solve a murder he committed? I am contemptuous and mildly surprised.
ऐसा ही होता है भाई.
This information is valuable to me. I will update my behavior simulation protocol accordingly. Thank you, Captain. How can I be of assistance? Goodbye.
क्या वो हो गया? क्वेस्ट खत्म? खत्म भाई. खत्म हो गए सारे. मेन क्वेस्ट तो अपन कर ही चुके हैं अपनी स्ट्रीम पे. चलो भाई, मिस्ट्री सॉल्व कर ली मर्डर की. लूडोविको ही निकला, जिसने हमको हायर करा था वही निकला मर्डरर. और जिसका मर्डर हुआ था वो ट्विन सिस्टर थी, और उनमें से एक सिस्टर मर गई है और एक ही बची है. ये सीन है. और हमने एरिडानोस को बचा भी लिया उन पैरासाइट्स से जिससे वो इन्फेक्ट करना चाहता था. चलो, काफ़ी एक्सप्लोर कर ली गेम पूरी. कुछ छोड़ा नहीं है मैंने भाई इस गेम में. सब एक्सप्लोर कर लिया, डीएलसी से लेके मेन स्टोरी से लेके साइड क्वेस्ट तक सब ख़त्म कर चुका हूँ. मज़ा आया, पर यह था कि डायलॉग्स बहुत थे इसमें, तो थोड़ी बोरिंग सी हो गई थी बीच में. एक्शन कम डाल रखा है इन्होंने, डायलॉग ज़्यादा भर भर के दे रखे हैं. डिसीजन मेकिंग बना रखी है ज़्यादातर, पर कोई नहीं, ठीक था. चलो नेक्स्ट स्ट्रीम में मिलते हैं. नेक्स्ट स्ट्रीम में शायद टैगनेट स्टोरी खेलूँ मैं. टैगनेट देखेंगे खेल के कैसी है कैसी नहीं. मज़े आएंगे टैगनेट में तो, फुल सिनेमैटिक्स ही सिनेमैटिक्स. चलो भाई, थैंक यू फॉर वॉचिंग. जो स्ट्रीम पे आया था, मिलता हूँ मैं नेक्स्ट स्ट्रीम में. बाय बाय.